Now we discuss asexual reproduction in plants. Asexual reproduction in plants, commonly called as vegetative reproduction, is also called as vegetative propagation. Vegetative reproduction or vegetative propagation or asexual reproduction in plants means formation of new plant from the parent plant units, may be stem, may be leaf, or may be root. These units we called as vegetative propagules. So from the parent body, vegetative units or vegetative propagules produces a new plants is called as asexual reproduction or vegetative reproduction or vegetative propagation. During vegetative propagation, a seedless plants are produced such as sugarcane, and banana. During asexual reproduction or vegetative propagation, a seedless plants are produced such as sugarcane and banana. And the asexual reproduction in plants or vegetative propagation in plants is classified into two types. The first type is natural vegetative propagation. The second one is artificial vegetative reproduction, is also called as horticultural vegetative reproduction. Now we discuss the first type of vegetative propagation or vegetative reproduction is natural vegetative propagation. For natural vegetative propagation, the units of plants are participated. Those units we called as vegetative propagules. From the parent plant, vegetative propagules can produce as new plants. Some of the vegetative propagules for natural vegetative propagation, I am giving here a small list. The first vegetative propagule for natural vegetative reproduction is root tubers. Example, sweet potato. So in sweet potato, for vegetative reproduction, the type of vegetative propagule is root tubers. Whereas in oxalis and in grasses, for vegetative reproduction, the name of vegetative propagule is runners. Whereas in mint and chrysanthemum, in these plants, the type of vegetative propagule for vegetative reproduction is suckers. Stolons are the vegetative propagules in the plants of strawberry and vallisneria plant. Whereas in pistia, commonly called as water lettuce. The next plant, Eichhornia crassipes or Eichhornia simply. It is commonly called as water hyacinth or terror of Bengal. In aquatic plants like pistia, commonly called as water lettuce, and one more aquatic plant, Eichhornia crassipes, are simply we called as Eichhornia. Common names are water hyacinth or terror of Bengal. In these plants, vegetative propagules are offsets. Whereas in bryophyllum, in this plant, the name of vegetative propagules, leaf buds, are adventitious buds. In Agave americana, commonly called as a century plant, the name of vegetative propagule, bulbils. In the plant of ginger and turmeric and in banana plant, the name of vegetative propagules are rhizome. In the plants of Amorphophallus and in Colocasia plant, the name of vegetative propagule is carn. Whereas in onions and in the plants of garlic, the name of vegetative propagules are bulb. In the plant of potato, Solanum tuberosum is the scientific name for potato, belongs to family Solanaceae. In potato, the potato crops are raised by vegetative propagules of stem tubers. The potato crop is raised by tubers, not by seeds. These are the common vegetative propagules involved in natural vegetative propagation. Let's come to the second type of vegetative propagation is horticultural vegetative propagation or artificial vegetative propagation. There are four different methods involved for horticultural or artificial vegetative reproduction. The first method is cuttings, either root cuttings or maybe stem cuttings or maybe leaf cuttings are used for artificial vegetative propagations. The next method of artificial vegetative propagation is layering. The third one is grafting. The last method is micro propagation. So cuttings and layering and grafting and micro propagation, these are the four different methods comes under horticultural vegetative propagation or artificial vegetative propagation. Out of all these two different types of vegetative propagation and different vegetative propagules, according to NCERT syllabus for board exam, a few vegetative propagules for natural vegetative reproduction we discuss in this class. The first vegetative propagule they are given in the syllabus, offsets. The second vegetative propagule in the syllabus they are given, bulbils. The third vegetative propagule in the syllabus, leaf buds or adventitious buds. And the fourth vegetative propagule is rhizome. And the fifth vegetative propagule is stem tubers, or it is also called as tubers. These are vegetative propagules responsible for natural reproduction. Now we discuss natural vegetative reproduction in plants or natural vegetative propagation according to NCERT syllabus. The first vegetative propagule for vegetative reproduction in plants is rhizome. Rhizome is one of the most important underground stem modification. Example for rhizome, ginger, turmeric, banana. In the plants of ginger, in the plants of turmeric, in the plants of banana, for vegetative reproduction, the main vegetative propagule is rhizome. For example, this is the structure of rhizome. It is an underground stem modification. It is also called as multi-purpose stem modification. So the main function of this rhizome or underground stem modification, it stores food material and it's responsible for vegetative reproduction, and it is responsible for organ of perennation. Protecting from unfavorable condition, the rhizome present just below the soil is called as organ of perennation. So the rhizome having buds. So a piece of rhizome with buds, if it is separate from the parent rhizome and it germinates and develops into new rhizome. For example, in the structure of rhizome, it is differentiated into dorsal side and ventral side. The ventral side produces many adventitious roots. It's a stem modification having nodes and internodes, and it has scaly leaves, and it has many buds. From parent rhizome, a rhizome with buds, if it is detached from the parent rhizome, each rhizome piece with bud germinated into new rhizome by the process of vegetative propagation. The second important vegetative propagule for vegetative reproduction is stem tubers, simply we called as tubers. Example for stem tubers, potato. Scientific name for potato is Solanum tuberosum. In potato, for vegetative reproduction, the vegetative propagule is stem tubers or tubers. For example, this is the structure of tuber or potato. It's an underground stem modification. It has nodes and internodes. So, for decide the position of nodes in potato underground stem modification, the main indication is eyes. Eyes can represent position of nodes in the stem tuber or in potato. These eyes are having buds. These buds responsible for germination and it produces shoot. So, in potato, for vegetative propagation, the main vegetative propagule is stem tuber. In this stem tuber, eyes are having buds. Those buds are responsible for production of new potato plant. Whereas, the third type of vegetative propagule for vegetative reproduction in plants is leaf buds, is also called as adventitious buds. The best example is Bryophyllum. For example, this is the structure of leaf. Leaf buds are adventitious buds. It's a type of leaf modification. In Bryophyllum, the notches or the margins of leaf having a specialized buds is called as epiphyllous buds or adventitious buds or leaf buds. When these leaf buds touches to soil and it produces adventitious roots and it germinate to produces new shoot axis. When these bud with shoot axis separate from the parent leaf, each bud can germinate into new plant by the process of vegetative reproduction. So that's why in Bryophyllum plant for vegetative reproduction, the vegetative propagule is leaf buds or adventitious buds or epiphyllous buds. And come back to the fourth type of vegetative propagule for vegetative reproduction in plants is offsets. Offsets are the vegetative propagules in aquatic plants such as Pistia and Eichhornia. The common name of Pistia is water lettuce. The common name of Eichhornia is water hyacinth, is also called as terror of Bengal. In these two aquatic plants for vegetative reproduction, the main vegetative propagule is offsets. So generally these Eichhornia is commonly called as terror of Bengal or water hyacinth. Generally it's an invasive weed. It's exported from other country to India. So these invasive weed for vegetative reproduction, the main vegetative propagules is offsets. So due to mitotic cell division, because of it's one of the type of asexual reproduction, during asexual reproduction there is no meiotic cell division, only mitotic cell division can take place. So due to rapid multiplication, all over the water bodies having a dense mat like Eichhornia, Chrysoprase or water hyacinth or terror of Bengal. These dense mat of these water hyacinth or terror of Bengal or Eichhornia, it drains oxygen from the water and finally it's killing most of the freshwater fishes. That's why in Bengal region this plant is called as terror of Bengal. And for example, it is one of the subaerial stem modification. Offset is one of the type of subaerial stem modification. In this plant, the stem is reduced into disc-like structure. It is differentiated into ventral side and dorsal side. Ventral side produces many adventitious roots. Dorsal side produces many rosette-form leaves or many leaves. These leaves are arranged like rosette. And from the axillary bud, this is called as axillary bud. The axillary bud of the stem produces lateral one long internodal. One long internodal lateral structure arises from axillary bud in Pistia and Eichhornia is called as offset. When this offset is breaks, each individual can develop into adult aquatic plants such as Pistia and Eichhornia. This invasive weed, it was introduced in India because of it has a very good shape of leaves and a good shape of flowers. Due to presence of well attracted flowers and good shape of leaves, these Eichhornia chrysoprase, it was introduced into India. That's why it is called as invasive weed. So due to rapid multiplication of these Eichhornia, it drains oxygen from the water, it increases BOD and it decreases DO and finally it leads to killing of freshwater fishes. Especially it's happened in Bengal, that's what it is called as terror of Bengal. The final most vegetative propagule for vegetative reproduction in plants is bulbils. The best example for bulbils is Agave americana, commonly called as century plant. In this plant, the floral buds are reproductive buds. The floral buds are reproductive buds, stores food material. These modified floral buds, whenever it stores food material, these modified floral buds, it is present in the axils of foliage or leaves. When these modified floral buds remove from the axils of leaf, each bud or each bulbil can develop into new agave americana by the process of vegetative reproduction. These are the 5 different vegetative propagules responsible for vegetative reproduction in plants.